I heard a story about a basketball game that changed my life. You know, one of those stories you hear, it just like hits you? This story is about a basketball game. It ends, and when it's halftime, you look up at the score, and it's 73-6. And the losing team is frustrated, and they go in the locker room, and they're kicking the chairs and throwing stuff around, and they're thinking, how can we turn this around? What can we do to win? How can we make this successful? And the coach walks in and gives a speech, and he says, you're asking the wrong question. And sometimes we do that. He says, you're asking the wrong question. The question should not be, how can we win? The question should be, how are you going to play the second half? What's that going to be about? Who am I going to be about? What am I going to do? What is this going to look like for me? And that was the question that was really hard for me at that time, is I had to do some work on me and say, okay, what is my second half about? What is that going to look like for me? And what I decided, my answer to that question is, I really want it to be about the business success that we're having, and I want it to be about contribution. And that's how this came into being. I mean, we started a newsletter a couple years ago called Urgent Care Management Monthly. It's basically a way to give back and say, this is what we did, and this is how we did it. And at the time, we weren't selling anything. I mean, literally, it was so funny because people would come to our booth and go, so what are you guys selling? Nothing. We're just giving away this paper. Yeah, right. What are you selling? No, really, we don't have anything for sale. Okay, what's the punchline? What are you selling? I mean, we didn't have, you're paying for a booth and you're not selling anything? Are you guys idiots? Yeah, kind of. And then it transitioned, and we were seeing at UCOA last time we had the Urgent Care Conference. I had a bunch of people sitting around the table, and they're like, man, we love what you're doing. Can you do that live? Can we take a different kind of conference where, because UCLA is great meetings, great things, but it would be really nice to have a meeting where we sit in one class and we get taught basically from here to here, and we just do that. And so that's where this idea came from you guys, a lot of people in this room.